Good morning everybody, it's Denise here, Denise Junk Journals UK. Thank you so much for joining me. It is lovely to have you here. Now it is a beautiful sunny Monday morning and I'm about to create look at all this gorgeousness, a lace snippet roll. Fabric and lace snippet roll. I'm not sure when you're going to see this video though. I want to use it in the junk journals that I'm making at the moment, so you know, I was thinking this would be for next Saturdays, but I don't know, you might get to see it before that. So I was thinking I could use it and then show you the video of how I made it later, but it kind of spoils the surprise a little bit, I'm thinking. So yeah, I haven't decided yet. So like I say, it's Monday morning. I don't know when you'll see this. Soon I think. So I've got this long piece of, oh, it smells of fabric conditioner and wash liquid. It's the back of a duvet cover. I think it must have been a king size one. I bought it for the front of the duvet cover and the lace at a charity shop. It was very frilly, but it's got this lovely, I don't know if you can see the pattern on it or not, lovely faint leaf pattern in a sort of a beigey colour on it, and it's beautiful cotton. It was obviously expensive. Yeah, look, you can see where I've cut the bottom, or the top rather, off it. So I'm thinking if I rip this down and it goes nice and straight, I should get two. I'm just going to do it roughly in the middle there, do I think? Yeah, I should get two lengths. Now I don't think I will be filling two lengths with you today, but who knows, very unlikely, because it'll just be an hour of the same old, so we'll see. I mean, getting one done will be quite a long job, I think. But okay, I'll just drop one on the floor out of the way, because as you can see, I've got all this going on. So these are all my scrappy offcut bits. There are no big long pieces in here. I have emptied a couple of bags of scraps onto here, so it is, I think it's 99% lace. There's one or two, well, you know, that's lace, well, it's Brodeo and glaze in it, but it's got you know, it's got bits of fabric, and there are little bits of fabric here, but mainly it's lace scraps. Mainly it's white, cream, and a touch of pink. There are one or two other bits here, but yeah, I want to make it fairly neutral with a touch of, you know, the pink pastel-y colours. There's a few, look, but mainly neutral. Because like I say, I want to use it in a couple of the journals that I've got going. There's a nice piece. Yeah, that's come off a cover, a journal cover that I made. So that would make a nice snippet roll, you know, on its own. I could put the lace on that side and it'd be pretty both sides. Just put that one to one side. Sorry, I've just had a big swig of my tea and it's making itself known. Okay, I've got a lot of thread. Now I quite like the torn edge. I might have to just keep snipping until I get rid of some of the threads off here. I like, oops, oh, taking a chunk out of that, look. No, I don't want you to be like that. I should have just ripped it, shouldn't I? Let's move that over there. Right, I'll have to cut the threads off, but be a bit more careful with my scissors. I like the edge thready bit, is what I was trying to say. So I might just stay inside that. I'll come quite close to it. Well, I'll see. Sometimes I might go over, who knows. So I don't know how long it is. Let me just show you kind of what length I've got. Oh, it's pretty long, isn't it? So yeah, I'm literally going to glue most of it down, because I am going to stitch it. I can see my floor's going to be covered in threads by the time I'm done, which means the hoover will be full of them. It will stop eventually, especially when I stitch it. I was showing you the length, wasn't I? I don't know what I was saying then. I was in the middle of saying something. Oh yeah, I'm going to glue it down in places with, yeah, I'll use the good glue stick, I think. I might use fabric tack if I've got something I particularly want to stick, but I'll also be using some pins here and there, because I don't want too much glue on it. And I'm going, like I say, I'm going to stitch it. So yeah, where to start? Here we go. So I'm just going to start layering. So because I don't want all the same, I want it spread around, I will I'll cut pieces as I go along. I don't really want to think about it too much. I want it to be a nice easy, should have that one over the edge, yeah, a nice easy process. And just like, well, it was yesterday when I did it, but I don't know when you'll see it, just like yesterday's paper snippet roll, oops, I don't know what I was going to say. That's completely gone right in the middle of it. That's terrible, isn't it? Something similar. I don't think I was going to say I don't want to think about it, just put it down. No idea what I was going to say. Oh, yeah, it's come back to me now. Goodness me. I'm just going to like make the base first pass. Do one pass across it, kind of making a base, and then come back again. I want some big pieces. See, that's fabric, but it's pretty, and it does fray quite a lot, that. Yeah, then I'll come back across and put, bits like this little sari silk and other little frou-frous in it. I'm going to start gluing in a minute. All I'm thinking about a little bit is the the colours, I guess, but not too much. So like I say, I don't want too much glue on it either. It's just really to hold it in place, because what was on there? There it is. It's going to be long, so I'm going to need to, move it, roll it up or something, scrunch it up, something like that. Where were you? I don't know. See, nothing's going to go back in the same place, is it? No. So maybe I should have just glued the cloth. Like I say, I only want it stuck here and there, so I've not got anything there. Let's have a piece of this. That's another frilly duvet. Well, pillowcase is that one actually. Yeah, I don't want to glue that. This is why I'm saying I might put a pin here and there. Oops, if I can get them out. Just make sure this is why I've pulled the coloured ones. Make sure that, well on show for when I stitch it. I don't want to be sewing over a pin, because they can break off and do you some damage. I'm pulling on the same stuff because, there we go, bring something different over. And again, let's just dab a bit of this. So it's going fairly quick. Oops. Down you go. So I hope I'm in camera again. Should I bring you a bit nearer? Right, I turned you off instead of bringing you nearer. That wasn't a good move. So there's one piece I've got to join. I mean, I'm going to stop it and stitch and come back on. So there's going to be a few joints. This is a bit of lace curtain. So I'm doing some bigger pieces as well as some smaller ones. So a little piece of fabric across there. Bit coffee dyed. So there will be gaps, and they will be, ouch, stuck that in myself. They will be filled in when I go back across it. No blood. The warfarin's working. Oh no, the warfarin makes you bleed. I didn't actually prick it that hard, to be honest. I didn't think there would be. I'd have squealed if it had been hard. Being the wuss that I am. Yeah, look, some nice little pieces here. Go on here and there. I'll get a lot of those little pieces when I go back through again. Oh, I've got glue down. It's hard to tell. Whoops, down you go. Don't want to, do you? I just felt that to see if it was gluey, and it was, because it stuck to me. Come on. Now, I don't know how well this is showing up, yeah, because of all the neutral. Are you falling off? Yeah, all the neutral colours I've got going on. Let's stick a pin in this one. It's a lively one. Right, stick it in the cloth, not in you, Denise. This time, that's better. Was that on somewhere? Yeah, that glue's not really doing what I want it to do. I might end up with a few pins sticking in here. I might have to be a bit heavier with it. That's it. I think I'm there now. I think everything's stayed put. Are you down? Ish. That's it. Okay. I'll have you on there then. Perhaps not quite so much. You're quite full on, aren't you? Ooh. Let's have some more cream. Got lots of this crocheted. I think it comes off curtains, to be honest. Oh, it's got some red, pink ink on it from something. I want a piece of something down there. I think I'll put the pink on at the end. So a lump of you. Oops. And then I can be sure I'm spreading it, you know, reasonably. Hey, you've come undone now, haven't you? What's the word? Evenly. Wow, looking at this, I've got loads of snippets here. I'm going to be able to make tons of snippet roll. I did think I had a lot when I started, but I didn't want to have to stop and go hunting for lace. So I literally emptied every, you know, this is all my spare bits and pieces, and you know, cut offs and what have you. There are no more anywhere else. I've got lots of, you know, full pieces. Oh, you're a pretty colour. But yeah, this is all the bits. So oh, I'm at the end of the glue by the looks of it. It's the threads that's causing me the problem at the moment. Now, I also brought along some buttons. There's a brad in there, look, pretty brad. Some sequins, some lovely, I don't know if you can see that, iridescent crochet thread. Some of my button clusters. I've got another packet behind me as well, you know, that will go on top once I've done my stitching, you know, my second layer, and then my stitching, and then those will go on as you know, every now and then as the final layer of pretties. Some bows kicking about, all sorts of things. Let's cut that thread off, because again I'm going to put a pin in there because it's so fine it doesn't want to glue down. Of course, if you did it slower, let your glue set before you moved it all along. But you know me, I like to march on with these things. Have some of this. I'm going to take that off there, that fabric. I'm sure it'll get used, but a piece of white. Yeah, there's not so much white actually, is there? That's nice. Let's have you there then. So I have gone over in some places and not in others. If if I'm using it on envelopes and things like that, it'd be nice to not have it. Ooh. Not hanging over in every place. Just do a long piece of that. Get off my thread. The threads are sticking to me because I've got glue on me, and then I'm pulling everything with me. That's it. Get some layers going. Yeah, let's go with that one there. Oops. Get off, mate. That's a nice thick rick-rack there, look. So I'll put it on now. They're the sort of things I'm supposed to be doing in the second pass, but we'll see. can't stop myself. Some lovely laces. I think I might be better. Oops. Gluing that. And I don't buy expensive lace. You can pay a lot of money for lace. I won't. I do things like I say, I look for pillowcases and old bedding and things like that in the charity shop and cut it off. And yeah, I buy them at the car boot. I buy lace curtains and things like that when I can get them, you know, at a reasonable price. I've got a piece of fabric on as well. Yeah, I'm not putting this away, so I will put it to one side, but this lace is not going away again. I am going to make it all into snippet roll, so that I've got a few, because once I start I can soon use, you know, a roll this size up, no problem, you know, in a couple of projects, and then it's gone. Oh, you're pretty. How pretty are you? Yeah, I think I might have to pin you. Trying to use the darker pins as well so that they stand out. Oops. Yeah, we soon got to nearly the end of that one, didn't we? Oh, some of this, look. This is antique lace. Shall I have you there? I think you will stay put. Oops, that piece hanging over. Yeah, if it wrinkles when I sew it, all the better. Come on then. Ooh. You can see now why I wanted the nice, or, you know, fairly nice fabric underneath it. Now it'd be nice just on plain, perhaps some linen, or you know, even just a bed sheet that's been tea dyed or something like that. Oh dear, don't know what that was. Somebody outside dropped something. No, just two. Yeah, so I don't know that I've got any news to tell you particularly. Nothing exciting happening here. Neil's last day at work before his day's off, so I'm just trying to, well, hopefully get a couple of videos done, but I'm aware that I don't want to have any issues with my legs. The glue's getting to me. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, but I'm hoping to do two today. I don't want to start a new glue stick, but I think I might have to. Start doing some up and down now. You're pretty. Shall I try with the one I want to use up, the cheapy one? It's not brilliant, but we'll see. Maybe it is today. Maybe it's feeling like playing the game today. Anything I haven't had. There's too many nice pieces there. Too many fancy pieces all in one place. It's vintage as well. Oh, stop being so picky, Denise. I don't know what I want. So a piece of this. See, this for example was an item of clothing that I cut up. How are we looking? Yep, we're looking good. Like I say, I'm trying to stick to the plainer pieces to start with. Colour wise, let's get a few going, and then more interesting. That came off a cushion cover, I think. Put a piece of this down as well. This is a vintage piece. Okay, so I'm going to just put a pin through all of those. I think it'll be easier. Ouch, mind your nail. Didn't go in my finger, but it nearly went in my nail. Okay. Oh, look at this. Might put that on the top. So that one's pretty. A little doily that's been cut up. I was going to cut these into individual flowers. I think this one came from Angie Beaumont when I bought that lace pack, I think. Ouch. Oh, pin. And a hair tickling mate. So that under there. Stick another pin in it. Oops. It's stuck. Yeah, must have glue on the... Okay, I'm going to put that big piece on the end there. So let's glue it. Have it hanging over. And then, what do I want? A piece of this shiny stuff. Glittery. Yep, get off. I'm going to put a pin in here again. And I find another layer. Put one there. It'll get easier when I've got less to go through on the desk, won't it? I'll just be able to grab things and go. Let's have a piece of you. Okay. I'm lethal with these pins. Stick one in there. I want something else under there. Should we go with I want something not the proper shape. Oh, flower. Not a square, not a rectangle. I want something an ovally shape. Some threads there. Oh, what about you? You're not a... That's it. That's kind of what I was looking for. Go there a little bit. Move those out the way. Okay, now I can come back this way and start putting a few bits of colourful and pink and small bits on. Where to start? Right. Here's one. I think what I will do is, yeah, glue that. I'll have some at the side of me when I machine it as well, and then I might just, you know, be sticking odd pieces. Like I say, I don't want it to... Where's my scissors gone? Have they lost amongst there? Yeah. I don't want it too bright, so this is some lovely, is it sari silk or chiffon or something? Just stick you under there. That pin through it all. That's it, that should hold that there. I maybe do want a little bit of something on here. What have I got? A butterfly. Do you have this flower? Let's cut this flower out. Now I'm not supposed to be doing these bits yet, so we'll see how I go. I'm supposed to be just putting the pink. It's just looking a bit plain there. yeah, let's have something behind it. Piece of that, yep. Okay, so can you not do that anymore, Denise? Can you stick to the plan and just put some smaller lace pieces as you go? Something here. Ooh. Yeah. A bit bright, isn't it? I wonder if to take a bit off. That's better. Yeah, that's better. I think when you're doing this second row, less is more. That's definitely going to be nice on there. I guess when you go over the edge, if you do want a straight piece, it's all fabric, so I've not put it on paper at all. This, back you go. So yeah, you could trim it, couldn't you? Right, let's see. Just a little bit of something. I don't want it all to be pink, so I'm going to leave some places that are not. You know, so if I just wanted a piece that didn't have any colour on it, I've got a piece there, haven't I? As long as I don't put something on it in my next my next pass through. Okay, what have we got going on here? We want something kind of crossways, don't we? Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, that's it. I don't want everything going in the same direction. Now, it could be too busy and all go, you know, here, there and everywhere. It's just finding a happy medium, I think. Should go with a bit of pink in here. Oh, very big, aren't you? Now, I am expecting something from Amazon. I haven't had. Oh, that just sounded like junk mail. I haven't had a notification saying it's out for delivery, so now occasionally they catch you on the hop and you don't get one. But yeah, I might just get one. Yeah, that's still a bit too much. Far too prettily cut. Just stick you on there. Oops. Right, not much going on there. I'm wondering if that's fallen off there. I think it maybe did. Okay, how long have I been? Oh, I stopped it by accident, didn't I? So probably a couple more minutes than it's showing me. What's going on here? You just got folded over. What do I want? I might just put a piece of this here again. So it's only got a hint of the pink. Too big. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get a lot of rolls out of this, but that's fine. So shall we go that way? You need to lay down. You could do with a bit of, yeah. So I'll be stopping and sewing, and then I'll come back and we will put some more on top, which I will use the Fabri-Tac then. That's why I want to get the majority of it on now before I sew. So most of it will be stitched down, and then there will be odd pieces. Can we go with a little tiny piece of green in there? I'll have to glue it. It's a bit small for a. That's it. And I feel like that needs a bit of white on top. Not that, something see-through. No, I'm getting picky now. Stop being so picky, Denise. Oh, it's vintage. It's not white, but it's lighter than that dark. Very dark coffee dyed. Yep. Just on there. Oop. Going that way, that's it. Okay, might want something up here. definitely want something going that way, not that colour. I've lost them again. I've buried them again. Yep, you're nice. That's a vintage, definite vintage doily. A really old one, that one. Ah, why are you attached to me? Oh dear. Okay, so I want something in here. Oh, not that much, not that big. Let's go on, scissors, mind my fingers. That's it. Yep, that way I think. Okay, so I'll stitch it, and then I'll be back. Like I say, I'll just have a few bits at the side of me. Oh, you little. Go on, stick yourself down. I have a few bits at the side of me, so if you see something, I better start there. Something on it that I didn't put on it with you, that's what happened. Like, you know, little bits like that I might just stick in here and there. So I'll stitch it and I'll be back. Okay, then here we go. Let's have a look what we've done. So I haven't looked at it myself, only, you know, saw it as I was stitching it. So I done a zigzag each side, and then I started doing a zigzag in the middle and changed it to just a straight stitch so that I could move it about easier and catch some of the more wayward ones that weren't caught, you know, either side. Like I say, pieces of it are sticking up, which, you know, suits me fine. If you don't like it, you can, you know, snip them, glue them, whatever you want. You know, if you don't like it, that, you know, that one's a little bit big for me. I'll probably take some of that off there. It's floppy and it's, although I could just stick some more fabric behind it, but let's have a look what we're doing. Let me show you the whole thing and me have a look. Yeah, so there are, you know, little places where I would like to add, you know, little extra bits. Like I say, I've got a bit stuck there. Yeah, it's come through, look, so I'll probably put something over there. You know, embrace the sewing mistakes sometimes, cover them up if you can't embrace them. A nice long thin piece of something, but you know, something like that, and it's gone, isn't it? Okay, this ruffled up when I was stitching it, look, so I just cut it and then carried on stitching, so it's still there, but it's in different different form, I guess. Yeah, I like the way the colours have all do a catch there a little bit as well. Yeah, sort of stayed neutral with an odd pop here and there. I've got a bit of blue there for some reason. Where did that come from? Don't know. Anyway, it's fine. Yeah, so I'm pleased with it. I like it. So I did have just a little pile here, look, of things. And when I came, you know, to like a biggish gap, or you know, somewhere where I thought I needed a piece, I did just slip one under the machine and stitched it in. So let's show you the back then, so you can see roughly what I did. So yeah, I started there with a zigzag, and then I thought it'd be easier to move around, and you can see how I've moved around just to catch some of those stray pieces. Kind of done like a big zigzag, haven't I? Like I say, they're not all caught. Oh, then we started doing waves. But yeah, it's got a little bit of thickness to it now as well, so it's not quite as flimsy. Things grabbing me. So let's just add a few of these bits and pieces. What have I got here? Oh, I would like to sew some buttons on. I did bring a needle, but I haven't threaded it, so this piece is quite full on. It's got a lot in it anyway, hasn't it? I wonder about maybe just a vintagey button there. Now, often this is a sort of thing that I would do, you know, as I'm using it, rather than, I don't want a love heart just hanging. So that's more a bead than a button. Yeah, as I'm using it, rather than, that's a nice tiny one. You know, to roll up and put it in the stash, but I want to do a couple to show you what it looks like that one. Okay, I'm going to have to choose, Denise. I think I'll go with the love heart. So let me just thread a needle. Oh, I've got any cotton here. What's this? just sitting here. I think that's going. Right, just bear with me. I'm only going in my drawer to get some cotton. Oh. Now these would be nice embroidered on, so you know, some embroidery silk and just some running stitches, or yeah, I might do that on my second one actually when I create it. Just some running stitches or some little crosses, little kisses, or you could, sorry, I was just controlling my cotton. I'll have quite a longish needle. Oh, come on out. It doesn't want to come out. Yeah, you could embroider little flowers or love hearts and things like that. All right, might need to take my glasses off to thread. No, I think we're through. Oh, we're through. Yeah, so I mean, what a pretty thing to sit and sew on, especially on a day like today that started out beautiful, and the clouds are coming over something thick and fast. They did forecast rain later this afternoon, but looks like it's getting ready already. Okay, so I'm going to leave it a little bit loose so that it can flap about. Don't do it too tight, that's it. Yeah, we had some torrential thunderstorms. Not yesterday. Yesterday we had a light one. Or was it yesterday? Oh, they all roll into one now. I think it was the day before. Really heavy. Can't even remember if I told you or not. But there was like massive hailstones bouncing off the greenhouse roof. Simba was not in the slightest bit perturbed. He just kept looking because there were some strong winds, and they did keep rattling the panes a little bit, and obviously the big hailstones rattled the panes. He just kept lifting his head up. I opened the door a few times and said he'd coming in. He just looked at me like, what's up with you? Why would I want to come in? I'm all tangled up. Thank you. So yeah, so we've had you know, and then I mean it rained for a couple of hours, but then a couple of hours later it was just as hot as ever. So yeah, it didn't cool the air at all. It's pretty, isn't it? I'll just leave that there in case I want to sew anything else on it, but some of them are going to be glued. Now I'm going to put that there, and I am going to put a stitch through it if I can. They're not easy to stitch through, but they do not they don't grab very well with glue, these bows. Well, I struggle with it. Oops, just like I struggle tying a knot. So maybe I won't go through the middle with my needle. Maybe I'll just go either side, just tack it down. Oh yes, I can see this being a winter project for me. If I get quite a few of these made and just rolled up, and then I could take one downstairs one afternoon, couldn't I, with a box full of pretties and just stitch them on. I would enjoy that, definitely. So, you know, maybe you sew your cheaper, more modern lace as a base, and fabrics, and then use your vintage bits just sparingly on the top. That would be nice. Oops, I'm liking the sewing on it, so I'm trying to keep my needle threaded. Like I say, I'm not going to do all the way across, but I do want to put a few things on it. So I've got those. What else have we got? It's pretty, isn't it? Where are you going? Oh, up there. I quite like you folded over. Let's fold it over and then stitch it down. So of course you don't want them too bulky if you want to use them on tags and things that are going in pockets. So yeah, perhaps do some you know, with the thicker things, the brads, and like this pearl on it, and leave all the places nice and flat. You can see I'm not particularly taking my time in doing them pretty. I would if I was just sat with it on my knee, but while you're watching, I'll just quickly throw a few stitches in. It will be glued down on whatever it's been used on. So yeah, see, I might be tempted, I'm not going to do it now, but I might get the embroidery thread out and go over that ridge there and just, you know, emphasize it. So I think this is the bit that I left kind of plain without any pink on. What did I do with my button pieces? Yeah, something like this. So you could get, you know, that's just a piece of vintage cotton on a piece of linen, you know, and stitch the whole thing, and then you've, you know, you've definitely got some layers going on. Shall I go through the button again? Yeah. Oops. Don't know if you can see what I'm doing there. I think I've moved you in a little bit. Literally just sewing through the button again, so it's attached on there. Now a row of flat back pearls on here stitched on would be nice. Again, I don't want to make it too fussy for rolling up. Oh, I've got a knot, but I'm not going to do anything with it other than knot it again and tie it off, because it makes no difference what it looks like. Right, we're looking a bit bare up here. This one's quite a shocking pink, isn't it? No, it's too much. I just spotted that in the distance. I don't want to use it all in one go. Again, this is a piece that came from Angie, I think. I do want quite a... Or do I? No, I don't think I do. I just want a little bit. Yep, I need some more cotton. I should have just threaded lots of needles, shouldn't I? I think it is easier, I think, than gluing them on. Whoopsie, whoopsie. Runaway cotton, and it nearly took my needle with it as well. Oops. So yeah, the forecast rain at 3, like I said, it's still, well, it might be getting to lunchtime now, and I've stripped my bed and had it in the wash, and I haven't got it out yet. So as soon as I've finished here, I'll go put the duvet. It's just been too hot, hasn't it? So hot and sticky on a night. I've been changing the duvet every couple of days. The duvet cover, we haven't got a duvet in it. I think in America you call them a comforter, don't you? We call them a duvet, and then we have a cover that goes over the top of them, which we call the duvet cover, obviously. Well, in parts of America anyway. I know things are regional like they are here in the UK, and yeah, I'm not sure about the rest of the world, but yeah, so we have a duvet cover and a sheet at the moment because it's so hot. No duvet. So I have to keep washing them. You know, they're cotton, so they wash and dry nice and easy, and they are lovely and cool to have on. The temperature just drops, doesn't it, through the night a little bit, and yeah, we have the windows wide open at the moment. Just try and get some air. And I have to say, Neil sleeps next to the window, not me. He does, sometimes he does not complain, but he does hint that it could be warmer for him. Not this time of year, he's fine, but yeah, I slept like a proverbial log. Bit of floof, I love a piece of floof, last night, and quite liked it with that, actually. The cat was crying to come in, and I didn't hear him, and he woke Neil. So Neil went down and let him in, which was nice, because it's always me. It was his usual 4 o'clock. It's not really standing out a lot, but you know, you don't want everything to stand out, do you? Yeah, so at 4 o'clock this morning, I was awake within 20 minutes of him coming upstairs, though, because of course he came up to me and meowed and jumped on me, and you know, I stroked him and he purred as loud as anything. So yeah, I didn't stay awake long, but it was nice that I didn't have to go down and get him. I did feel sorry for Neil though, because like I say, he's on his 4th 12-hour shift in a row, so he's pretty tired. I'm just going to do a couple of running stitches to catch that bit. Like, you know, so you could have them as plain or as over the top fancy, couldn't you, as you wanted. Like I say, the next one I'm going to do, or probably 2, I'm going to do a little bit plainer, and then I can add these bits and pieces. Do I have another one of those there? Down there, when I'm going to use them. Yeah, so I didn't intend just sewing on camera with you. so this is, I've got stitching in there, and I've got a bit of thread in it, I've got a bit of lace. It's obviously something I've made up from odds and sods in a box, and now it's being used. So, you know, it's adding layers without me doing the layering. I mean, you don't have to keep breaking your thread off. If you've got a nice long piece, you could just, you know, carry it across, couldn't you, and just keep stitching things. I definitely like the idea of doing a bit of embroidery on the next one. Nothing fancy, but a little bit, you know, add some pretty colours and some of that. Should we put a sequin in? What? The floss, because it, you know, the embroidery floss, because it's shiny, isn't it? A lot of it, and pretty. Am I attached anywhere? No. Where do we want this here sequin? Let's just go in here. Don't want it to stand out too much. I don't know how people sit and sew thousands and thousands of sequins on their, you know, dancing clothes, or mums for girls and boys. Dancers and skaters, don't they? And yeah, it's quite a job. I think it needs another one. I'm going to go with another one. Oops. I'm just having a bit too much fun, aren't I? I am dry. Will you excuse me while I have a quick sip of me drink? That's better. Oh yeah, I like that because I've got a bit of pink sequin and a bit of white sequin. So yeah, I might do another one with just some bits of blue. So I've got a blue one and a pink one. Now you could do one, you know, in autumn colours. You could sew some leaves, fabric leaves on it. Oops. The ideas are endless. Okay, so what have I put on so far? I love that glittery bit there. So I've got like a hanging button, a bow, that, a couple of those layered buttons, some sequins. They're really nice actually. They just pull out that pink there, don't they? I think I might leave a fair bit of it plain. Is there anything else I wanted to put on? Let's put a brad on this end, shall we? So that it's at the end, and then I need my brad awl to make a hole. I'm not strong enough to push that through. Oops. Oh, am I even where I made the hole? I'm not sure that I am. Oh, we've got a bent up leg, that's why. Why did I make it there? Right. That's it, I'm through. Of course, it depends, like I say, where you're going to put the... Oh, look, there's a butterfly here. Oh, look at that. Now I'm just going to fabric tack that one on. That way, I think. I think it probably had a gem stuck to it that's now not. Don't stick too much of it so that it's a bit floaty. And there. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? Are you attached to me? Yeah. Okay, I think I've been on quite a while now, haven't I? So you can see you could go in and just add lots and lots and lots of things. I did bring a pink envelope to put a piece off and just stick it on, just to show you how easy it is to use. Which piece do I want? Quite like that there. Let's do it, shall we? So I'm going to go either side of those pretty things that I've stitched on, but we've got a bow. So yeah, I've got a piece there, and then I will just roll this one up. Oh, these would just be lovely sat on your shelf, wouldn't they? Lots of these all made up. I've never had more than one, I don't think, done. So I'm definitely going to make myself do another one. I'd like to think that I'm going to do loads, but I'm definitely going to do another one. So beautiful. Yep, and then I've got that piece ready to go. I'm just going to stick it on with some fabric tack. And of course, this is where you can add lots of other things should you want to. Just about going to cover it all, isn't it? I think I'm going to ink around the edge of this with the saltwater taffy. So lovely corally pink. Lipstick pink is my name for it. Lovely. So nice on a baby pink envelope, that. First time I've used it on there, like it. Yep, I'm just going to put it straight on because I'm going to put something else on it in a minute. And what a lovely Happy Mail envelope to fill with something for somebody. So just straight on there and it's done. Your envelope's done, it doesn't need anything else if you don't want it to. I'm going to put a little charm on it. Oops. Now, I've got some charms here, some lovely ones Denise sent me. Donna. I'm Denise. Oh dear. Yeah, mixed in with some others of mine. Some of them I've put away. Oh, that's nice, little tiny sort of mothy butterfly. No, something bigger. Pink sewing machine, look at that. How beautiful is that? Oh, this one's going away in my stash unless somebody ends up with it. Unless it ends up Happy Mail to somebody. But it would be lovely in a sewing journal, which I'm going to do again next year because I had a little dabble with one this year and it was lovely. Yeah, maybe some sequins across there would be nice. I'm just going to oops, now I could sew that on, but I'm just going to use a bulb pin so that whoever gets, oh dear, look at that, look at that pretty mess. Whoever gets it can remove it should they wish. Don't know if I've got any pink ones. I don't know that there was ever any pink ones in here. So I can go white. Well, gold, look, because it's got gold trim on it and there's a bit of gold pink. Didn't do a very good job there, Denise. Gold stars on that pink, so it will kind of all tie in. Yeah, and again, you could just put more and more and more things, beautiful things on it, or, you know, it's fine as it is. Whatever is your... You've grabbed that one now, haven't you? Never mind. Yeah, perhaps something here, a button. You could put a label on there, couldn't you? Oh, you could stamp a label on some fabric and put it on. That would be lovely. I have done some stamped labels before. Yeah, anyway, I've been on for ages now, so I need to go and straighten my legs. So I hope you enjoyed. I'll give you one more look at it. Hope you enjoyed watching all the prettiness come together. Thumbs up would be nice. Again, let me know if you've got lots of fabricy bits. Now, I've done a lace one, but I have got a lot of fabric, so I will in the future probably do some fabric ones as well, you know, just with a touch of lace maybe here and there. But yeah, it's just lovely. Lovely. Blow my own trumpet, aren't I? Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. I will see you soon. Have a lovely day. Bye for now.